This is how a prime Mike Tyson would have knocked Jake Paul out. Mike is close to the ropes, and Jake goes in with a jab to set up a left hook, while Mike was moving to his left. Mike catches the left hook, and now he's in a southpaw stance with his foot on the outside, setting up his backhand.
Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit?
The controversy around Jake Paul and Mike Tyson intensified when Tank Davis accused Paul of scripting the fight, criticizing him for disrespecting boxing with what he called a staged spectacle.
You want me to fight him?
You think it'll ever come to the point where you're going to mix into, I mean, you're obviously doing the real shit, but will it ever mix into the point where the money's big enough
Yeah,
for
would you ever do a fight like that? I feel as though in my career I can't do that.
Jermel, Tank Davis's criticism of Jake Paul added fuel to the debate over the authenticity of Paul's fight with Mike Tyson. Davis, a current professional boxer, argued that Paul should face legitimate competitors like him rather than older or less competitive opponents. His comments highlighted fans saw a potential fight between Davis.
We signed the contract with Netflix, and I brought him the deal. So you're welcome, my son. I'm going to discipline you like a son. So shut the f up with all that need this, need that. We brought you the deal. And remember that.
The Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight sparked lasting controversy in boxing. Allegations of it being scripted raised concerns about the direction of the sport, especially with celebrity-driven events. For traditional boxing fans, the fight undermined the sport's integrity.
He's saying he brought you the deal, but you feel like the deal needed you. That Mike Tyson had to be a part of this in order for this room to be filled this way at Fanatics Fest in Hudson Yard in New York. So the disrespect coming from this dude, how does that make you feel?
The fallout from the Tyson-Paul fight was widespread on social media. Many fans expressed disappointment, with one user cryptic comment, "It's already written," further fueled suspicions that the fight was staged, gaining traction online and deepening doubts about its legitimacy.
Mike Tyson, you're next, big boy. This is my sport now. I'm going to take your throne, brother. Let's go, New York.
Paul's comment, "It's already written," fueled doubts about the Tyson fight, amplifying concerns about his approach to boxing. Critics pointed out his tendency to face opponents past their prime or with little experience, undermining the sport's integrity. This shift from competitive matches to spectacle raised in authenticity. The controversy exposed a divide in the sport, highlighting the clash between traditional values and entertainment-driven narratives.
Iron Mike, it's an honor to be on the stage with you. You're a legend, but let's get right to the chase. Is this fight happening or not?
It's happening. We're all here.
After the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, accusations of it being rigged spread on social media. A tweet from user Kitty Giat claimed he was paid to lose. It was a publicity stunt for Jake's name. Fans pointed to Tyson's lack of aggression and his willingness to let Paul control the fight as signs of a staged outcome. The controversy shifted to a potential fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. When asked about the matchup, Paul's manager stated, "Davis needs Jake," which sparked criticism. Fans argued that Davis, a seasoned professional boxer, had nothing to prove against Paul, and the comment appeared to shift focus away from the Tyson fight.
He's one of the most delusional people in the world, so I wouldn't be surprised if all this stuff is real. And then Jake Paul gonna say he'll be down to fight Gervonta Davis next after Tank said he would beat the brakes off.
As backlash from the Tyson-Paul fight grew, Fans pushed for a Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis matchup. They believed it would restore credibility to Paul's boxing career and test him against a legitimate opponent. Davis's criticism of Paul added to the anticipation, with fans eager to see how Paul would respond. The fight symbolized the tension between traditional boxing and influencer-driven events, with some viewing it as a way to bridge the gap and others seeing it as a chance to challenge Paul's boxing skills.
Honestly, this is a fight I would love to see, bro, because I would love to see Tank, knock the shit out of this man, bro, because this man think he all that, because he beat up an old Mike Tyson. You couldn't even knock this man out. This man went a whole 8 rounds with you at the age of 58, and you only won because of a vote. So what makes you think you could knock out somebody that's around your age and that's in their prime? And he's one of the best boxers in the world. Yeah, I can't wait to see this.
After the Tyson fight controversy, Gervonta Davis called out Jake Paul, criticizing him for disrespecting boxing. Fans supported Davis' challenge, wanting to see Paul face a true opponent. A fight between Davis and Paul intrigued fans due to their contrasting records. While Paul had faced older or less experienced opponents, Davis was a skilled, active fighter. Fans were eager to see if Paul could compete against a legitimate boxer like
versus Jake Paul. I'm calling it now. I need Tank to knock him out. He's already calling him a bozo for not knocking Mike Tyson out and sharing the ring with him. Jake Paul was calling out Canelo. Hey, I would love to see Canelo knock him out too. All I'm saying is we need to not let Jake Paul run and fight another old boxer. You know what I'm saying? He don't need to pull out Roy Jones or nobody else. Don't try to fight Floyd Mayweather. No, you need to fight a real boxer this time. A real boxer in their prime like Jake Paul is in his prime. And no disrespect to Jake Paul, this is my first time actually watching him fight, but he is a big draw. People are going to come in and watch him.
The controversy surrounding the Tyson-Paul fight grew when a Twitter user, Azar Lone, shared an alleged leaked script of the match. The post claimed the script outlined specific moments in the fight, suggesting it had been predetermined. Fans quickly noticed eerie similarities between the script and the actual fight.
In this video, I'm going to let you know whether the actual fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul was fixed and why it was fixed. Listen, understand it was a big nostalgia hit. It got our attention. It was a big financial promotion for everybody, and it actually worked. Now, the fight was absolutely terrible, and it feels like Paul was holding back his punches, and at times Mike Tyson was holding back punches. If these guys went full out on each other, right, it would look bad on Jake Paul for knocking out a guy that's twice his age, right? And it would look bad on Mike Tyson if he got knocked out as well. It would tarnish.
Mike Tyson, you're next, big boy. This is my sport now. I'm gonna take your throne, brother. Let's go, New York.
The leaked script became a focal point of the controversy, fueling accusations that the Tyson-Paul fight was staged. Fans felt betrayed, as the fight seemed more like a choreographed act than a real competition. The script's eerie similarity to the fight's events deepened suspicions. The fallout led to calls for greater transparency in celebrity boxing to protect the sport's integrity.
Hit Jake Paul, knocked him out, it would ruin the legacy that Paul wants to leave as he continues to fight. He didn't want to tarnish that losing to a guy who's twice his age. So we'll look back either way. So to answer your question, 100% this was fixed. They sat it out and talked about it. It went to decision because that was a neutral way to end it. And it went the full 8 rounds to keep people entertained. They didn't want it to end quickly. 100% it was fixed. It was smart on them. A big money grab. Let me know what you guys think of the...
The controversy surrounding the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight intensified before the match even started. Tyson's pre-fight comment, "Legacy is nothing," shocked many, especially given his legendary status in boxing. Fans and analysts interpreted this as a sign Tyson might have prioritized financial gain over his storied reputation. Reports of Tyson's $20 million payout fueled these suspicions, leading to widespread belief that the fight was more about money than genuine competition. This further upset Tyson's supporters, who felt his legacy was being compromised.
If Mike Tyson threw that fight for $20 million, he sold his soul. Selling your soul is going against your I am. Selling your soul is going against your moral compass for financial gain or materialism, which is why you get this empty, soulless look in Mike's face, because it's regretful what he did. He told this young lady that legacy is, which is an indication that he sold his soul. We know Netflix sat him down. Hey, we just gotta make this look good. Hey, Mike, this is the new day and age. Think about the bag, think about the money. Let's not talk about the buffering fight that we had with Netflix last night, with all due respect. But I think Mike realized that signing a contract to do this and to script this fight.
After the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, accusations of it being rigged spread on social media. A tweet from user Kitty G claimed he was paid to lose. It was a publicity stunt for Jake's name. Fans pointed to Tyson's lack of aggression and his willingness to let Paul control the fight as signs of a staged outcome. The controversy shifted to a potential fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. When asked about the matchup, Paul's manager stated, "Davis needs Jake," which sparked criticism. Fans argued that Davis, a seasoned professional boxer, had nothing to prove against Paul, and the comment appeared to shift focus away from the Tyson fight.
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson was 100% scripted. Mike Tyson repeatedly bit his boxing glove throughout the fight. When fights are scripted, fighters do weird gestures to signal that they're hurt. It's very possible Mike Tyson was biting on his glove to tell Jake Paul to calm down. Now, if that's not enough proof that this fight was scripted, in the middle of the fight, Mike Tyson is literally talking to Jake Paul while they are clinching. And in the middle of the fight, the referee told Jake Paul to stop measuring. For those of you who don't know, for a knockout by seeing how far your opponent is with jab. The referee literally told Jake Paul to stop measuring, and before the fight we see Mike Tyson and Jake Paul whispering stuff to each